Hey y'all, Shanda here. It's Sunday, so it's time for us to check in. It's time for us to move and meditate and get our minds ready for the week. And so today is, for all my astrology people and all the things, today is, ironically, but not ironically, today is a new moon, y'all. And new moons are all about new opportunities. Hey, Crystal, happy anniversary! Today is all about new beginnings. Today is all about welcoming in new beginnings and new energy that you want for yourself. And so what we're going to do and what I'm going to take us through is a meditation to really activate our solar chakras. Now, our solar chakras is our core. And chakras are energy centers at the body, right? They're energy centers in the body that go from your head, hey Ariel, from your head all the way down to your toes, okay? And each energy center in our bodies, they house certain things. So for example, the lower half of your body is your root chakra. So it houses everything that has to do with your foundation, your family, your trust, your stability, all of those things. Now, the solar chakra, what we're going to be focused on today is your core. It's your stomach and this mid part of your back. It's the color yellow, so it's all about your connection to the sun, your connection to your energy source, and it houses the energy and the things that happen to us in our life that's connected to, I like to say, how much you rock with yourself, how much you like you, your self-esteem, your self-worth, your self-value. Everything that happens to us in our lives that's connected to that impacts it, that influences it, all the energy, the memories of how we respond to that, whether it's euphoric or whether it's us going into defense mode, it's stored in the body right here in our core. And a lot of the messages that I've been getting from the ancestors and from spirit, a lot of it is it's time for us to really bet on ourselves, but in a very unapologetic and in a very authentic way. So it's time for you to stop having your dreams over here like they just your wild imagination and you ain't really gonna do nothing with it. If it's in your heart, if it's sitting on your chest and it's something that you want to execute, it's for a reason. It's because it's been divinely guided into you. And maybe it's not, a vision or a project. Maybe it's just the kind of life that you want for yourself. And maybe there's something that you've been doing. Maybe you haven't been speaking up about it. Maybe you haven't been clear with communicating what your expectations of having this life is, but everything down in your bones know that you deserve it. It's time for us to really step into the fullness and the bigness with who we are as a person, who we are as energy, even outside of the material things, really stepping into your awesomeness, stepping into what makes you so amazing. And so what we're going to be doing is a meditation where you're going to just get to breathe and gently move out anything that's blocking you from taking that next step, that's blocking you from speaking up for yourself, that's blocking you from having these boundaries put in place and really honoring them. Not just having a boundary, but implementing them too. And also that's just blocking you from taking a risk on you, blocking you from going that extra mile. You'll help somebody else go the extra mile for their stuff, but you hesitate when it comes to yours, right? Really being able to pull that love and that courage and that belief, right, within yourself up and out of you. All right. And so we can really activate that energy and we can take it into the week ahead. All right. So wherever you are, go ahead and get comfy. You could sit up, you could lay down. It's your world. I'm just in it. All right. And we're just going to be doing some subtle movements in the body. If you want to just relax and go through the meditation, then lay down. If you want to incorporate a little bit of the movements that we're going to do, and again, they're going to be very subtle, I suggest you stay kind of seated upright. You can lean back against the wall, get you under a pillow, whatever feels good. So go ahead and close your eyes. I want you to take a big, deep inhale through your nose. And a nice exhale out of your mouth. Another big deep inhale through your nose. And a nice exhale out of your mouth. And just take a moment to be exactly where you are. Take a moment to be on your sofa. Take a moment to be on your floor. Take a moment to be in your bed. Take a moment to sit in the car. And come into agreement with your spirit and with your mind and with your body that this moment is yours. This moment is for you. This moment, this breath, this moment is for you to activate your personal power, to activate your courage, to release the self-sabotage, to release the insecurities, to release the fears and the doubts that are blocking you from really stepping into the fullness of who you are as a person. Not just who you are at work, not just who you are at home, but who you are in your purest form of existence, in your being. Your amazingness for just existing. And take a big deep inhale through your nose and an exhale out of your mouth. And when you're ready, if it feels good for you and if it feels good to you, go ahead and just give yourself a gentle sway side to side, making sure that you are incorporating the sides of your body. If it feels good for you to stay centered, then you can do that too. And when you're ready, I want you to go ahead and see yourself in either this beautiful garden or see yourself on the beach, whatever calls to you mostly, whatever feels good for you. And once you get there, I want you to feel your toes in the sand, feel your toes in the earth, and feel how supported you are by the sand. Feel how good it feels to just let your toes dig into the earth and just take a moment to be right there. And when you're ready, I want you to start to feel all of a sudden the warmth and the light of the sun start to shine down on your face. This light start to pour over your face, and the light feels like warmth. The light feels like a hug. The light feels like motivation. The light feels like inspiration. The light feels like this charge and this power, but it has a ease about it. It has a groundedness about it. And I want you to take your time and let that light, let that energy just pour over your face. Let it settle into you. Let that energy pour over your body. And as that energy pours over your face, let it continue to go down your throat and the back of your scalp down to your neck. Let it pour and spread over your shoulders and your arms and your elbows, your wrists, your fingers, all the way through your palms, back up your forearms, underneath your arms, across your chest, pouring down in to your heart. This light that continues to feel like inspiration. It feels like all of your dreams are coming true. It feels like all of your needs are met. Let that light continue to pour down the core, pour down your stomach, pour down your belly, and let it wrap around your sides. Let it continue to pour down your spine and down your back. Let it lightly and lovingly hug your waist and your hips. Let it pour into your glutes. Let it spill over and just marinate into your womb and your legs, your knees, your shins, your calves, your ankles, your feet, your toes. And just take a deep inhale through your nose and a nice exhale out of your mouth. And allow for that light to just illuminate you from the inside out. It's okay if it feels overwhelming. This is you getting used to what joy feels like in your body. This is you getting used to feeling what your power feels like, what your bigness feels like, what your wings being spread all the way out feels like. And let your toes stay connected to the sand. Let your toes stay connected to the earth, because know that you can stand in your power and it doesn't have to be aggressive. You can stand in your power and it doesn't mean you have to start doing the most. You can stand in your power and be at ease. You can stand in your power and be grounded. You can stand in your power and be solid and be steady. And that is exactly what you are feeling in this moment. And give yourself another big, deep inhale through the nose. And then exhale out of your mouth. And I want you to think about that life that you're envisioning for yourself. I want you to call in that next step you see in your business. Are you actually starting the dream? You starting the hobby? You starting the community service? You giving back? And as you see it, any thought that starts to come up in your head that's telling you you can't do it, that's telling you, well, I got all this stuff over here and I don't know if I'm going to be able to, everything that is starting to get you to talk yourself out of it. As it comes up, I want you to inhale and lift your shoulders up. And exhale, roll your shoulders back. And continue that process as long as those thoughts are there. Deep inhale, rolling it up. And exhale, rolling it out. And I want you to continue that process, inhaling and rolling it up, and exhale, rolling it back, because I want you to get the weight that you're putting on yourself off of you. I want you to roll off that perfectionism that you're putting on yourself. I want you to roll off of having all the answers off of yourself. I want you to roll off you feeling like you can't ask for help, or you being too prideful to ask for help off of yourself. I want you to roll off of you telling yourself that you got to be the one to get it done, because you don't. You have help. You're surrounded by help. You just need to delegate. So go ahead and start rolling your shoulders back, welcoming in the things that you want to do that make you happy, the things that you want to do that light you up, the things that you want to do that somebody needs, that a community needs, that a family needs, a thing that's going to cause change and impact, and you sitting on it because you're too busy talking yourself out of it rather than letting your personal power light the way, illuminate the way, and show you the way. So give yourself one more deep inhale, rolling the shoulders up. And exhale, take that off of you. Your life gets to be fun. Your power gets to be fun. But your power means stepping into collaboration. It means stepping into community. It means knowing how to ask for help. But it also means fulfilling your destiny and answer the calling and purpose over your life. And know that you're built for it. Know that you are enough for it. And know that you got this. Whether it's you just trying to figure out what your family gonna have for dinner, or it's you starting that business, or you asking for that promotion. Know that you can call on this power that you're feeling down on the inside of you. It doesn't go away. We just have to practice continuously cultivating it so we can sit in it, and so our bodies can start to get comfortable with our power and get used to not having to be in survival mode so much. So just give yourself one more deep inhale through the nose. And another exhale out of the mouth. And when take a moment, you can either say this out loud or you can repeat this to yourself. And take this within your week whenever the doubts and the fears and you start talking yourself out of what's possible for you. I want you to take a moment, slow down, and remind yourself that everything I need is down on the inside of me. Everything I need is down on the inside of me. Everything I need is down on the inside of me. Everything I need is down on the inside of me. I was born for this. I was born for this. I was born for this. Everything is always working out for my highest good. Everything is always working out for my highest good. Everything is always working out for my highest good. And place your hands on your stomach. Place your hands on your belly. And as your hands touch your belly, I want you to see your stomach all of a sudden, boom, charge up and illuminate from having your energy, for you giving you your own energy. Not you seeking it from anybody or anything outside of yourself, but you taking this moment to give yourself your energy. And feel that power come alive. Feel that courage come alive. And anything that doesn't feel like it, breathe it out. You roll those shoulders back and you move that energy out of your body. You roll those shoulders back and you remind yourself that you was born for this. And give yourself one last big deep inhale through the nose. Hold it at the top. Taking a little bit more in the inhale. Feel that power. Feel that power. Feel that shift in your energy. Exhale out of the mouth. And when you're ready, take your time slowly. Blinking your eyes open. Take your time coming back to yourself. Slowly let your body, let your mind, and let your spirit just settle in. What you're feeling right now is your power coming alive. What you're feeling right now is your inspiration starting to awaken. Don't be scared of it. Allow your body to have the practice of you believing in yourself. Let your body have the practice of you trusting yourself. This practice allows for you to come back home to yourself, to tap into your authenticity, and to not have to find your validation and your approval outside of yourself. You can always find it within, and that's the only approval and validation that you need. All right. I want to share that the last message that I was getting this week is you don't have to prove your purpose to nobody. If you are in a place where you know what your purpose is and you know what you were put here to do, and you can be put here on earth to do all kinds of things, but if you know right here in this moment what you're meant to do in this season, and you can feel it in your bones, and you feel convicted and you feel called to it, you don't have to go put it on a banner and tell everybody. You don't have to prove your purpose. Once you feel it, it's go time. Once you feel it, you continue to go back to the divine. You continue to go back to the God within you to get the clarity, to get the direction, to get the approval, to get the confirmation. We don't need a council of 10 or 15 people to approve and validate us in order for us to step into the life that we want to have. Everything, all approval we need is right here in our hearts, right here in that solar chakra. This is your connection to yourself. This is where your answers are. This is where your direction is. This is where your validity is. This is where your you got this is. This is where your period is. Okay? That energy is right here. So when the doubts and the fears and other people's opinions and all they stuff start doing this, now you got a moment. Now you can come back to this video, or you take that moment within yourself and you breathe through it and you remind yourself, I was born for this. You remind yourself, I was born for this. Everything I need is down on the inside of me. I don't have to prove my purpose to nobody. Yes, and then what you are allowed to also do in that moment, thank you, is remember, don't be hard on yourself while you're doing this. Please don't be hard on yourself while you're doing this. As we are moving negative energy out of our bodies, we're moving it out of our bodies, we're releasing it out of our spirit, and then we still have to retrain our brain to think the positive thoughts. We still have to retrain our brain to be on this positive thinking, right? However old you are, you've been thinking along the lines of your defense mechanisms, of other people's narratives and perspectives of who you are. So when you start to heal and you start to get all of that stuff off of you, you got to do more than just get it out of your body and out of your spirit. You got to get it out of your mind too. And that's where we start to see that power of affirmations. Or I just like to see, what's your new narrative? I say, what's your new narrative? So if people are like, you talk too much, or you da-da-da-da, and then you started saying, well, I know I talk too much, and no, I'm working on myself. Everything I need is on the inside of me. I share what I need to share. You start speaking how you want to show up, not how everybody else wants you to show up. And that's how you come back home to yourself. That's how you figure out who you are without everybody else's expectations and stuff on you, without your own trauma, right? That's been passed down to you and the ones that you have. You have to start changing the conversation that you having with you in your head. And I promise you, once you start changing the conversation you having with yourself, and it's a discipline at first, it takes work, but once you change the conversation that you have with you and you shift that conversation in your head, your whole outside world will change. And then once you take it a step further and you start moving that heaviness, those traumas and those triggers outside of your body, you can start to retrain your body of what joy feels like. Not just telling yourself, oh, I'm happy, I'm blessed, I'm so grateful, because you know you're supposed to be, but you'll actually be able to feel it. And when you feel it, there ain't going to be nothing that anybody can tell you about you, because you're going to know you, and you're going to know you did the work to cultivate everything around you. All right, so take that personal power, y'all. Take that courage. Take that betting on yourself. Even when it's scary, even when it's fearful, even when it's doubtful, that's when you breathe through it. That's when you go move your body so you can continue to move yourself forward. All right? So have an amazing week, y'all. Continue to tap into that solar chakra. That solar chakra is the color yellow. So add some yellows to your food. Get your spaghetti squash, get your yellow bell peppers, get your pineapples, get your bananas. You want to sustain the energy that we just cultivated in this meditation. You sustain it through how you live your life. You don't just go do the meditation, then go do all the old stuff, right? You still have to sustain it. So get your yellow bell peppers, get your pineapples, get your spaghetti squash. Clearly, these are my favorite yellows, okay? Get your corn. When in doubt, just make your meals colorful. Get out in the sun. I'm in New Orleans. I know it's hot, y'all, but just open the window for a little bit. Let the sun in. All right? You want to be in the sun when you're trying to cultivate that solar chakra, that inner, that personal power energy. All right, for my crystal people out there, pull out your citrines, your yellow crystals. You can even put your oranges in there too, right? Pull out your citrine. If you're having trouble being courageous and really believing in yourself, pull out that tiger's eye. Pull out that pyrite. Pyrite is like fool's gold. That pyrite, I call it the Beyonce of crystals, because she give you that extra pizzazz off the top of what you need to feel. Go bring those crystals into your meditation. Put those crystals in your bath. Let them charge your water so you can get that energy as you're trying to call that forward into your life. For my herbal people, get you some peppermint tea. Anything in the mint family is really good for awakening it up. All right. You can add some calendula to the things that you use on your face. Put your calendula in your bath. But peppermint is something you might, or basil, that's something you might have in your kitchen. All right. You go ahead and pull that out and you make you some tea. You sprinkle that on your food and you do it with the intention of healing your solar chakra. All right. You do it with the intention of healing your solar chakra. Everything has to have your attention. Don't be out here just doing it all willy-nilly. Pay attention to how you feel it when you're doing it. When you're doing your workouts, make sure you add some extra ab exercises in there. Add you some Russian twists in there. When in doubt, plank it out. All right? And call forth that energy of moving out the doubts and the fears. You get that phone call and you done messed up and shared your plans with somebody and they telling you you dream too big and you doing too much. Go move that energy out your body. Don't claim that. Don't take that. So you can stay right where you need to be. So if you change your mind, you can stand 10 toes down on that because you know it came from you. Yes? All right, y'all. So go into this week powerful. Go into this week standing into your power. No more self-sabotage. No more talking yourself out of your dreams. No more not betting on you, but then you go help everybody else and now you walking around in your feelings and resentful because you didn't give yourself that energy. No. Step into your personal power. Pour it into yourself. Pour into yourself first. And you'll feel good when it's time to go help everybody. You won't do it out of loyalty or obligation. You wouldn't even bring that energy into it. So pour that into yourself. All right, y'all. Happy healing. Have an amazing weekend. And I'll see y'all next Sunday. I'm on the YouTube, so you can find more meditations on the YouTube channel. If you go on Spotify or any of the podcast platforms, I just started a podcast called The Healing Lifestyle. So I'll be sharing more things like this, more things about how do you navigate being on your healing journey and still having life to live. How do you navigate motherhood? How do you navigate entrepreneurship? How do you navigate community and friendships? How do you navigate your workouts, child? All right. So stay connected, y'all. Stay connected. Thank you. Thank you, Ariel. Thank you. So stay connected, y'all. And I will see y'all next Sunday. We out here.